Guys, good morning. Happy Sunday. It's Daryl here. It is 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I want to talk, of course, about Donald Trump's rally in Tulsa, Oklahoma yesterday. I want to talk to Trump supporters once again. I want to talk to people that are on the fence. Maybe they were Trump supporters and now they're wishy-washy. They're iffy on it. What's our common goal here? Even a Trump supporter or not a Trump supporter, our common goal is patriotism, is to get our country, America, back up and running, strong, back up on its feet. In this new world, this new reality, get it back into the world economy, and this is a new world, and get us back up on our feet. Get little businesses back up to making money, to getting everybody back to work and making us strong economically, financially, emotionally, with our faith, everything, just making us strong again. That is the goal of all of us. I don't think there's any argument on that, right? Okay, let's talk about that rally. What did that rally do? What was the purpose of it? That rally, there's thousands of people in there, shoulder to shoulder, packed in, thousands of people packed into one small building, or not small building, but it's a lot of people in a small area. If just one or two, and as we all know, I believe Oklahoma had the highest day of new infections so far. So by no means is Oklahoma out of the woods, anything but. And I just heard on the news this morning that 6 of the staffers for this rally that went out in the pre-set up stages were tested positive for coronavirus already. 6 Trump staffers that were forward scouts or whatever tested positive. 6. All right. How many people you want to say? And there was a considerable amount of empty seats, because there are some people that are intelligent out there that are not willfully ignorant. But how many people? Let's say 5,000 people in that building. If just one or two of those people, one or two of those people were asymptomatic, not showing symptoms, they were shoulder to shoulder with everybody else, cough, just one cough or whatever. Then you got all the people, you got people around them. How many people walking out of that building would now have it? Maybe 10, and that's being conservative. Just one or two people going in. Just one or two people out of 5,000. And how many would walk out that would have contracted it while in there? Maybe 10, and that's being conservative. Now those 10 people go to their homes, and you see where I'm going with this. Each home has maybe 5 family members. Each one of those family members interacts with people. Obviously, this Trump supporter mentality, the people that went to this rally, the homes they live in probably are way past wearing masks or social distancing. So there's a good chance. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't need to get specific with the numbers, the exponential numbers here. But we're talking hundreds and thousands. And initially this is what I said. Well, if that's what they want to do, then let them. I don't want to be harsh or crass and say something like, well, that's just one less vote for Trump, for Donald Trump. I live here in Connecticut, over 1,500 miles away. So it's not going to have an impact on me, but it will. Because, yeah, I'm a liberal. I am certainly not a Trump supporter. But yes, I want to see America do good. My paintings need to sell. Everything I do, I need to make money just like everybody else. I want this country strong like everybody else. And by those people that's acting selfishly. It's affecting this whole country. That's another thing. As they interviewed the Trump supporters coming out of there yesterday, or going into there yesterday, every single Trump supporter said, well, I'm not scared. Me, I'll take the risk. And it was a me, I. Not one single person there was concerned about their family, about their parents, their grandparents, the older people they move around with. And it's that Trump mentality again. It's all about me, what I want, how I want it now, what's good for me. Now, it's such a juvenile, adolescent mentality with these people. One of the people going in, this guy was talking about going to a restaurant, and he didn't have to wear a mask. And he was like, oh, I felt so relieved. Finally, I feel normal now wearing a mask. And he was so put out by having to wear a mask. And these are the same people that point a finger at us, people like me, and called people like me a snowflake. And he was so put out, and his freedoms were being stepped on because he had to wear a damn mask. And now he felt normal again. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If the country meant that much to you, if your family meant that much to you, you'd be more of a man. How hard is it to wear a mask? You know, and these are the same people that are preparing for the end of the world. These are the first people that are going to freaking fold and run down the street with a machine gun shooting everybody. It's ridiculous. Okay, I want to mention one more thing. The people that went into that rally yesterday, if they were willing to risk their lives, you know, obviously, that rally was just purely about Donald Trump, his ego. And of course, as with everything that Trump and his supporters do, it's about a big FU to the liberals, to Joe Biden, to anybody else. That's what it's this vindictive, petty nature. Again, it's almost they all act like they're like 12 years old. You know, and they do it just for the pure joy of, you know, I'll do what I want. It's just okay, so they go in there. Now, obviously, everyone that went into that rally yesterday was going to vote for Donald Trump, without a doubt. If you're going to risk your life to get into that rally, I would imagine their vote's going to be for Donald Trump. So everybody going in there were no new votes. If you want to say this rally was to get Donald Trump votes, it was for his run for the presidency, for his campaign. Well, the people that went into that rally, there was no new votes there because everybody in that rally was already voting for Donald Trump. Now, picture the rest of us on the outside watching those people go in there and risk their lives. Risk the recovery of America. Risk the economy of America, the health of the entire country, because they childishly want to do what they want to do when they want to do it, and they want to support their man. And it's all hogwash. Now, do you Trump supporters really think, you know, if somebody was on the fence watching this, watching people risking their lives to go in to this rally just to feed into the ego of this man, and the other reason just for a big FU to the rest of the country, do you really think those people said, oh boy, you know, I want to join them? You know, that's it. I'm a Trump supporter. Do you really think that got anybody's vote yesterday? I seriously, it's so ridiculous. I can't even ask that question seriously. Anybody watching that, people risking their lives, going against scientific medical advice, everything. And we see these states skyrocketing. I'm going to leave a link below. World Meters. It is non-biased. It is factual. It's the most up-to-date, fact-based count of what's going on state per state. You guys go look at it. Texas, Florida, Alabama, Oklahoma, North Carolina are skyrocketing. 2,000 cases a day, 3,000 cases a day, 4,000 cases a day. Record numbers of cases. We have, without a doubt, we have new hotspots. I'm going to leave the link below. Look it up for yourself. I want to see the country do better. I want to see the country get back on its feet. What happened yesterday, and the most appalling thing is the leader of this country is the one that started this rally that could potentially set us all back and just kick the feet back out from underneath us. Why? Just because a big FU to the libs, to the rest of the country, to the lying media, to Nancy Pelosi, to everybody. Just a big FU to them. That was the purpose of that. Like a bunch of 12-year-olds. Do you really think that got any votes yesterday? Do you think he won over people that were on the fence by doing that? I don't know. People will be people. All right, you guys have a good Sunday.